Range of photographs. An important aspect to consider regarding the various range of photographs is the general points of view established by the camera locations. These locations will enable the viewer of the pictures to orient the crime scenes in a logical manner. Ang kuan ko no, ang range of photograph importante is kuan kanang mga aspito, point of view kanang mag kung asay imong picture, kung asa ka mag nindot pa yung pagkuha sa imong picture dayon kanang og naman sa uban niya di mo ganahan og picture nga kuan jud kanang mubo rahap na uban layo. Then mo ni ang tulo ka kuan range of photographs nga kuan una kay general of view or long range. General view or long photographs of the overall scenes are fundamental, taken to portray the areas of as if a person viewing the scenes is seeing it from the standing position. To obtain this result, the photographer takes the photographs with the camera at eye level. Ang kanang kuan general view or long range kuan kini nga kini nga kung asa ang crime scene nahitabo gikan siya sa kuan nahitabo gikan sa photograph outside kung baga tibok mag kuan tag general view tibok area sa crime scene mo take ka photograph high level sa photograph sa tao kung asa daw siya moagi or asa siya mi-exit. Number 2, medium view or mid-range. Medium view or mid-range photographs are taken a manner which portrays the scenes from the subject matter in order that the permitted to associate the crime scenes the separate areas of the scenes photograph. These areas should contain these details and permit the viewer this association. Ang medium view of or mid-range kay mas duol-duol pa ang medium view kaysa general view kuno kay sa general view bana-bana ra daw ang 220 feet kalayo gihapon na sa subject o sa kumbaga pa sa atuwa kanang di mi jud na uban di nami ganahan jud niya banayo duol din ikuan man panap lagi pa jud mo nang medium view or mid range. Dali na punta sa 3 close up view range. Close up range photographs are close up view range. Close up range photographs are normally taken approximately 5 feet or less from the subject matter. The attention of close up photography is directed to object which could not effectively be seen in the long range and mid range photographs take necessary extreme close up shot of the subject to show the extent of damage. Ang close up view range kuno kay kumbaga example na kuan kay close up view kanang pag take or pag capture sa range kanang details na di makuha sa lagyo sa dugol ug sa ba niya.
Method of photography the crime scene. There are two general methods of photography the crime scene. 1. Overlapping method. A photography method of taking a series of photographies in a circular or clockwise direction overlapping each other slightly to show the entire crime scene. If a single photography connects show the entire crime scene, apply this method. Ang overlapping method kay kanang should be taken of the exterior of the crime scene to show its local in relation to the rest of the neighborhood. Number 2, progressive method. A photography method of taking crime scene photography starting from a fixed point photography each piece of evidence from general to specific as the photographer moves toward it it and progressive getting closer. Ang kuan daw ang progressive method kay nag based on the philosophy of John Dewey that education is life growth reconstruction of human experience and the social process.
Essential photographs of the crime scene. Each crime scene has individual features that should be photographed. Keep in mind the nature of the offense and try to show those features that establish the elements of the offense. The following photograph should be taken. Ang una, views of exterior of the following of the building. Vehicle with relation to other buildings. Vehicles, roads, street, and etc. 2. Point of entry outside and inside. 3. Point of exit outside and inside. 4. Conditions of the crime scene. 5. Area from which valuable articles were removed. 6. Articles left at the scene. 7. Trace evidence such as hairs, fibers, and cigarette butt. 8. Toes marks and impressions of shoes or tire tracks. 9. Fingerprints and footprints as well as articles on which the prints may be found.
Good day everyone, I am April Rose M. Erap and I am going to report standard operating procedures in photographing the crime scene. So the PNP's forensic photographers follow these basic rules for scene of crime operation or SOCO and field laboratory work or FLW. So kanito nga mga basic rules of crime scene is mao ni siya ang kanang ginagamit sa SOCO or sa FLW during investigating the crime scene. So first, photograph the entire scene of the general view to include nearby surroundings pertinent to the case, indicating the case number, time, date, and initial of the photographer. So dapat daw si photographer is i-appeal niya o capture ang tibuok nga kanang crime scene para ma-appeal ang kanang mga ang surrounding sa usa ka crime scene. Dapat makita dito ang case number, ang time, ang date ug ang initial of the photographer. Second is take an overlapping shot of the immediate scene from 4 different angles. So dapat daw si photographer is dili lang siya mag-focus sa one angle. Dapat 4 different angles ang iyahang i-capture. Third is photograph the exit of the crime scene. So it is very suitable nga dapat si photographer i-appeal niya o capture ang entrance o ang exit sa crime scene. Fourth is photograph the body of the victims or suspect, showing the exact direction where it tends after the removal of the body. Take a photograph of the scene with the white outline to indicate the place where the victim was lying. So for example, namatay dito si victim. Dapat wala pa nakuha ang body ni victim is naka-capture na si photographer. Then pag ikuha na ang body sa victim, i-capture dapo ni photographer ang katong place where kung asa ga higda ang katong kuan si victim nga katong nabitaw siya murag gidrawing gi-sketch siya gamit ang murag chalk. Then fifth is take close-up photographs of the body showing the face for proper identification. So dapat si photographer is mag-take siya picture nga duol sa nawong sa victim para madali ra mailhan. 6 is take mid-range and close-up photographs of all pieces of evidence found at the crime scene with a measuring tool or scale, if necessary, including the case number, date, and initial of the photographer. So dapat daw si photographer is i-appeal niya o capture ang katong mga evidence. Dayon dapat makita dito kung unsa ang kalagyoon sa body of the victim o ang mga evidence nga ilahang na-collect. Then, 7th is take close-up photographs of the bullet hole if there is any, and photograph the area showing the appropriate distance of the fire by making a straight line on the direction of the bullet hole. So, i-appeal po daw o capture ni photographer if ever, for example, gipusil ang victim, then naa dito ang kanang murag lapo sa bala, i-appeal po daw na niya o kanang photograph. Then ang katong murag pag-measure sa kuan kanang kung unsa kalayon ang pagpusil sa victim o katong didto sa kanang sa bala nga nilapos or asa siya dapit na igo. Dayon, 8 is the crime scene should be sketched in the presence of the investigator or other authorized person. So if ang sketcher daw is mag-sketch na siya sa body sa victim, is dapat na ay authorized person nga naglantaw sa iyaha to testify bitaw nga mao ang iyang gidrawing og ang katong body sa victim is mao jud pareha jud siya. The investigator should sign the rough sketch to attest the authenticity of the scene sketch. Record on the photographic logbook, the weather condition, type of lens, film, and camera use. So dito sa record logbook no kay ibutang dito ang date, ang time, ang weather condition o ang kuan, ang type of lens and film and camera nga gigamit. So dapat ibutang na dito. The 9 is negatives and photographs should be placed in a plastic holder and put inside a white mailing envelope with proper case identification such as case number, time, and date before filing in a steel cabinet. So ang mga evidence daw no nga nakuha is ibutang siya sa plastic holder and nga envelope dayon kanang butangan siya og time sa date before filing in a steel cabinet. So my next topic is all about issuance or release of a photographic evidence. A written request addressed to the director, crime laboratory is required from the investigating units having jurisdiction over the case prior to the release or issuance of photographic evidence. So diri daw no sa kanang pag-issue sa kuan photographic evidence dapat daw naa siya written request nga gikan ang i-address dito sa director. Upon receipt of the approved request, photographs and other photographic evidence should be released within minimum period of 1 day. If nakuha na gani, if na-receive na nimo ang kanang request approved, then dito na ihatag na dayon na ang kanang mga inyong select with the minimum period of 1 day. Then forensic photographers appointed by court should personally print the negatives as soon as possible and prepare the materials, photo log, and crime scene sketch for court presentation. So mao na dayon to nga kanang ang mga nakuha na dayon nilang evidence is i-print na dayon to, then i-prepare na nila for court. And that would all. Thank you.
Good day everyone, by the way I'm the next reporter, I'm David Mikabani, and my report is all about the note taking. The investigator or photographer's notes are personal records of the search for evidence. The objective of note taking at the crime scene is to make detailed note that will remain fully meaningful even months after the event. Oftentimes, a note that is completely clear to the writer a short time after being made later becomes unintelligible. Notes are valuable not only as an aid to an accurate recall of events to be testified in court, but also to furnish the raw materials needed in the written formal report of the case. The notebook should be kept permanently in a safe place. During the essential stage of the recording process, it is important only that the notes are complete, as the investigator will later reorganize the information during the writing of the formal report. There are some essential items information to be included during note-taking. Number 1. Dates, times, and location. The date and time of the investigator's assignment to the case should be noted and include also the exact time of arrival, the exact location of the crime scene, light and weather condition, the names of any officer contacted, the names of other persons of the scene of the crime. Number 2. Detailed description of the victim and his or her clothing, the name, age, height, weight, complexion, and color of hair and eye of the victim need to be included in the notes. Outer garments worn by the victim should be described in the terms of type of garment and colors. 3. Wounds the victim has received. The exact location of the wound or injury, its type, size, and in the case of bruise, its color need to be including the notes. Number 4. A general description of crime scene. The investigator should note any damage to item, any apparent disturbance of the normal arrangement of furniture or other object, and the presence of objective that seem usual in the context of the scene. Number 5. The type of camera and film used photographing the crime scene. As each photograph is taken, a note should be made that includes the f-stop of the camera shutter speed, distance focus, direction in which the camera was faced, flash, unit, use object or area photograph, and the time that the photograph was taken, the disposition of the film, the location that was the scent of the processing should also be noted. Number 6. Discovery of each significant item of evidence. Included here that are description of the item it was discovered, by whom, the exact place of its discovery, how it was marked, the type of container it was placed in, how the container was sealed and marked, and the disposition of the item after it was collected. And the last, number 7, the failure to locate items. Note, the absence of the item that would normally be associated with the crime being investigated, the area of the crime scene or item missing from the deceased victims, such as item of clothing that could not be located at the scene of a crime. And that's all for today, and thanks.
Crime scene sketching. The final phase in documenting in the scenes is making a crime scene sketch. The drawback of the photographs is that they are two-dimensional representations of three-dimensional objects. As a result, most photographs can destroy a special relationship of the photograph object, causing items to appear closer than together or further apart than they actually are. Its spatial relationship of the evidence are important of it. Something needs to have proportional measurement, including it for calculations such as bullet, trajectory angles, accident reconstructions, etc. Then sketches must be made of crime scenes. Then sketches the crime scenes. Before the beginning, sketches obtain a comprehensive view of the scenes. Determine a sketching limit or decide what to include and what to exclude. If the scene is complicated, a number of sketches may be necessary for adequate documentation.